There are 195 countries in this world. Among them, 3 don't use metric system. Excluding Britain, they use both imperial and metric. They are weird ones. Anyways, come back to the 3 countries that don't use metric system are USA, Liberia, another and somehow Myanmar. But today, we aren't going to talk about the latter 2 countries. Rather, we are going to talk about the big dog, the US of the A. Now, American folks love their measuring system, so much so that they refuse to learn the conversion of US Customary System to metric, and vice versa. But that makes sense though. You see, for a long time, the Americans had been using imperial system, just like their brother, Brits. But after the whole independence shit, they started getting cocky and used imperial system not as a tool for measuring goods and lengths, but rather as a symbol of freedom, as a symbol of being American, and as a symbol of status. And this same hubris led them to never using metric system. Even when the politicians were trying to implement it during the 1800s, people of America refused. And after 250 years of independence, by the way, congratulations for that, they are still using the same measuring system as they were using in the 1600s. Which brings me to my next point, that is, I don't really understand the US customary system. I mean, I do understand it, like I can convert pounds to kilogram and kilograms to pound and, do other kinds of shenanigans, but I don't really understand the thought process behind it. Like, American folks use miles for measuring distance from one place to another. Like, that is stupid. I mean, are all Americans retarded? Like, why would you use the name of Spider-Man as your measuring unit? It doesn't even make sense. Like, I do want to believe to some extent that, Spider-Man is famous, and that way people remember famous shit, and that way it is easier for people to remember miles. That would have been a good argument. But why didn't you use Peter? Peter also sounds nice. But why Miles though? Cause he black, that's why? He black, that means he big and tall? If that's the case, why didn't you use LeBron or Sack? They are pretty big and tall. But you know what? I think I might know the answer. And that is for aesthetics. And I'm not saying it without doing any research. I have been doing my research for the past 20 decades. And yes, I said past 20 decades. And to prove that theory, we gotta listen to 500 Miles. I know most of you have heard the song by now. It is quite beautiful and calming, and there is a reason for that, which isn't the vocals, nor the lyrics. Rather, it's miles. Just imagine the song sang in metric system. You know what? You don't even have to imagine. I'm gonna sing it for you. Lord, I'm 1, Lord, I'm 2, Lord, I'm 3, Lord, I'm 4, Lord, I'm 500 kilometers away. 500 kilo, 500 kilo, 500 kilo, 500 kilo. Lord, I'm 500 kilometers away. That sounds awful! And that is the reason why they use miles instead of fucking kilometers or even meters. Otherwise, they would have sounded like a fucking Britisher. And nobody wants to sound like a Britisher. Heck, even British themselves, they don't want to sound like them. Anyways, that is the only thing I wanted to get off my chest. Though there are other things that still don't make sense, but are trivial. And I do want to say that I like feets. No, not that one. The other one, measuring one. Like it's more convenient of me to say that I'm 5 feet 9 inches rather than I'm 175 centimeters or 1.75 meters. And for that reason, Americans, you deserve a Toblerone. Here you go. And also, you guys are retarded as fuck for saying liquid or gas.